Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Brad Polinsky, and I'm here to talk to you about why I think you and everyone you know should go to a rock and roll concert and participate at least once. Now, I don't mean participate by singing along and sing song. I'm talking about getting in on the festivities that occur at such shows I'll be describing. Whether you're a fan of 80s glam metal Poison or you're a fan of hard extreme metal such as Slayer, there's a concert out there for you, and there's a certain type of dance you'll have to do to fit in there. And I'm highly encouraging you guys to take it out and try it. We'll be talking more about the types of dance moves we'll be doing here in a few. First of all, I want to talk about the entertainment value. Whether you're in a room of 1,000 people or 20 people, if you are participating with the crowd and the band in whatever they're calling out, the show and the experience will be amplified to a degree that I can't describe with words. I highly recommend, just for the entertainment value alone. Now, not only that, but the camaraderie. You have the band on the stage, the people in the crowd that are standing far away, or you have the people that are right up front, right in the pit. All of these people are building a relationship, and you will make memories for life if you are willing to open up and just be a part of the show and not just witness the show. Another fun thing to do for these, travel. The red dots on the map here are some of the shows I've been to just in the last 3 or 4 years. I absolutely love traveling to shows, I love traveling in general, and below is a picture of me from a few years back on top of a minivan roof sleeping in Walmart because we didn't want to get a hotel. Just the stories I have from that event alone. Now, there are benefits to shows as well. Get a 21% increase in feelings of well-being. You get feelings of self-worth, closeness to others, and a mental stimulation of 25 to 75%. Those are all backed by a scientific study done by OQ, which is backed by Virgin Mobile. Now let's talk about the participation. I know this looks intense and scary, and it is upon seeing it for the first time. But let me tell you, there is no place I'd rather be than in, maybe not the right side, but definitely the left side. First, we're going to dress for success. You're going to have a black shirt, jeans, or whatever shirt you don't mind getting a little dirty, and whatever pair of pants you don't mind getting a little dirty. You want to wear glasses. I'd suggest wearing contacts because you never know what could happen. And then you want to tie your shoes. You want to tie your shoes. And I'm going to stress again, tie your shoes. We'll get more into that why here in a second. Etiquette for these events, help someone up when they fall. Number one, without question. Don't throw anything at people or the band. Don't push people in or pull people in that don't want to be in. And say you do lose a shoe or a hat or a piece of clothing, hold it up in the air and that person will find it. And if they don't, you put it off to the side. The dance moves. Now, there's a lot more than what I'm showing right here, but these are just the basics. You have your two-step that's happening on the left, really gets the party started. And then you have the hardcore dancing on the right, which is swinging arms and legs in a solitary motion, trying not to hit people. I don't really participate in that, but that's something that can happen. We'll be talking about some other type of dance moves here in a few. Your circle pit, usually for high-speed thrash metal. You be in a counterclockwise or clockwise rotation with an epicenter in the center. That is a bunch of people locking arms, singing the song, headbanging, jumping up and down, but really just being the eye of the storm that people are running around. It's a lot of fun. Mosh pits, general rock and roll metal shows. You're just slam bodies into other bodies. As you can see by the arrows here, there's no way that's wrong. There's no correct flow. This is probably the safest mosh pit that's out there. So in falls, you pick them up, you keep your arms close to you, you keep your head on a swivel, and you're just bouncing off people trying to express whatever angst you had to give off. The wall of death is usually for a death metal show. You have a crowd of people that separates into two sides, and upon the singer's cue, you sprint at that other side as if you were Braveheart going to war against England, and you just mash together. Everyone rolls off each other, usually followed by a lot of hugs and a lot of celebration. Crowd surfing. So when these mosh pits, when it gets a little too hot, you can't breathe, starting to feel overwhelmed, you go to the largest person next to you, you tap them, you point towards the sky, and they'll grab their fellow big friend and they'll throw you up and you crowd surf. Shoes must remain tied at all times. Security will take you up front, you'll walk around, go ahead, grab yourself a drink, and you're good to go. Now we're bringing up ska music. It's a combination of punk, rock, Jamaican, jazz, and a little tropical vibes, reggae feel. I'm bringing this up because they have their own unique dancing type that I've done many times, and it's a lot of fun. It's more family friendly, and you can do this anywhere you want. Excuse me. It's called skanking. And as you can see from my little pictures here, you're kind of jogging in place, kicking your legs up, swinging the arms out, and here it's all about having a good time. Reggae music's all out of upstrokes, offbeats, and you're just bouncing along with this upstroke, offbeat, and it is a great time. Usually high energy, high tempo music that just makes you feel good. What you do, you take that little scamper, little elbow swing and skip you're doing, and you go in a circle. This is not about hitting people. It's not about looking tough. It's not about making anything more than anything else. It is about being in the moment and feeling the vibes of the song. It is a great time. Look it up. Real Big Fish, the big ska band. Great time. Golden rule, right? Do unto others as you do unto yourself. You live and die by that rule in the mosh pit, and everyone's going to be having a good time. You're in the experience together. Look out for the people that are there. Pick them up if they fall. If they need help out or they need to get out, you get them out. I cannot tell you how many times I've been pulled out of a mosh pit because I was about to faint and someone noticed before I did. Now let's talk about friendships. The relationships that you build with people while you're in there are some of the greatest and long-lasting relationships I've ever seen. Every one of these pictures here, I've done something like this with, and I still talk to these people this day. Excuse me. Their friendships and relationships are second to none. That's all I have. Please take time to try and just go to one of these shows and enjoy yourselves. I hope you guys can realize that it's not as scary as it always seems to be. To go there, try to live it out, and see what happens. Thank you very much.